Hello everyone, welcome to MRU E-Learning powered by Malla Reddy University. So myself Devi Priya, Assistant Professor in CS Department, Malla Reddy University. Today the topic is Power BI chart types, right chart for data analysis. So today main motto of my lecture is what are the different types of charts available in the Power BI and what type of charts are required for what type of data analysis and the number of variables and the type of variables required for the different charts. So why I have chosen this topic is sometimes I observed in the class that many students got a confusion what type of variables are chosen to draw the charts, and they have a full confusion on what type of charts are used for different types of analysis. There are different types of analysis is there, so they have a confusion on that. So today, before going to that main topic, I will give you some introduction about the Power BI. Power BI is a data visualization tool which is widely used in the real time, which is by the Microsoft. So which converts various data sources into the interactive reports and the dashboards. So why I am saying it converts data sources into the interactive dashboards is, so they are not static. So using Power BI, we can create interactive dynamic dashboards. So using some filters concepts, we can give our choice. Based on our choice, it displays the required reports. So using the Power BI, we can draw different types of charts, graphs, maps, and they are easy to understand. Generally, using the data present in the structured form, it's very difficult to understand and it's very difficult to extract the information from the structured data. So that's why where we use the Power BI to draw the visualizations. If you observe the visualizations, using them, we can easily drag the information present in the data. Power BI is a self-service tool, so which is very easy to understand. Anyone with no coding knowledge, and even non-technical people also can easily use this code. Suppose if you observe this sales dashboard, so this is the dashboard which contains some sales reports here. Observe here, this contains different types of the charts. So here starting we have some cards, later we have this section contains different types of the charts. Above that we have top, we have some filters are also there here. So why this dashboard contains different types of the charts? Why, suppose let's say this chartboard is developed by some data analyst. Why the data analyst not design this with the same chart? Why he used the different charts? So that is the core here. So why means not all charts gives the same information. So different charts give different information and we can derive different patterns using the different charts. So whatever we have here, these are all as cards. So these are generally used to display the overall summary of the data. Generally in a dashboard, top we have the overall summary of the data. Below that the charts gives us some detailed information. So why, how to choose the different charts is very important for effective communication. So appropriate correct charts gives us correct story present in the data. And wrong charts can mislead the data and gives very confusion to understand the data. So why? Because for example, if you draw a pie chart, so which contains too many categories. For example, you have a variable which contains some 50-60 categories. If you draw the pie chart further, then it's very difficult to understand the pie chart. That pie chart is also very clumsy. So don't use the pie chart for a categorical variable which contains too many values. So this is one example. So choosing the variable and choosing the chart also very important thing. And also consider the nature of your data also while you are choosing the charts. Nature of the data means whether they are numerical variables or they are the categorical variables you are using, or you are using the geometric variables. So that also important to choose the data. So these are the different types of charts available in the Power BI. So numerous amount of charts are given by the Power BI tools. So starting we have some set of bar charts available here. So Power BI providing different 6 types of bar charts. Next we have some set of area charts are available, and we have some combined charts also we have available, and next we have some different types of advanced charts also provided by the Power BI. So today I'll explain one by one chart, what is the purpose of the charts, so in which type of data analysis we use the chart, and number of variables required, and the type of variables required for each and every chart in the Power BI. So first coming to the bar chart is a very common one used by the data analysts, and which required minimum one variable and more than 2-3 variables also we can draw the bar charts. If we are drawing bar chart for one variable, that should be a categorical variable. So how we draw the bar chart for categorical variable is, so x-axis wise we have to assign the categorical variable, y-axis wise we show the count of the categories present in that variable. So main types of bar charts provided by the Power BI is bar chart. 2 types of bar charts are there in the Power BI. One is horizontal bar charts and the second one is vertical bar charts. Horizontal bar charts name is just the bar chart in the Power BI, and the vertical bar charts are called as the column charts in the Power BI. In the horizontal bar charts, you have 3 categories of horizontal bar charts. One is clustered bar chart, stacked bar chart, and 100% stacked bar chart. So first one is clustered bar chart, where it is used to show the some 2 or more category wise measures information. Here, if you observe this clustered chart, here we are showing the region wise, category wise sales information. So x-axis wise you have the sales, y-axis wise you have the region, and in each region each bar tells us what type of category it is. Each category is assigned by the different color here. And in the clustered bar chart, you have the bars side by side. And in the stacked bar chart, so we have that categories on a stacked manner. That means one on the other. So that is the difference between the clustered bar chart and the stacked bar charts. So both gives us 2 or more category wise, dimension wise measures information. And coming to the 100% stacked bar charts, if you observe here, it's somewhat similar like a stacked bar chart, but here the main difference is in 100% stacked bar chart, we show the measures information in terms of percentage. So previous year we given just the sales information, how much the aggregated measure information is there, that we are showing in the stacked bar chart. But here observe here we are showing that category wise sales information in terms of percentage. So total each bar is of 100%. Out of 100%, how much percentage of sales are contributed by this category is shown here in this 100% stacked bar chart. So normal stacked bar chart just gives us the aggregated measure values. Here we are giving in terms of percentage. If you want to give in terms of percentage, then choose this chart. If you want to give the normal sales figures, then use the stacked bar chart. So next type of the charts is column charts. It is similar like a normal bar chart, but only the direction is different here. Previous we have the bars in a horizontal manner. Here we have the bars in a vertical manner. So that is the only difference between normal bar chart and the column chart in the Power BI. So next set of charts available in the Power BI is line and stacked column chart, and line and clustered column chart. So line chart is simple only, but line and stacked column charts, line and clustered column charts are the combined charts. So we show 2 or 3 charts here in this 2. So coming to the line chart, So generally line chart is used to display the trends over the time. So one mandatory variable required for the line chart is date field. Date field is mandatory. So observe here, here I draw two line charts. So these are the actually multiple line charts. Observe here we have multiple lines in this chart. So here along the x-axis we have the year. Here also year means we are using the date field. So here you can either we show the year wise or we show the month wise or day wise or quarter wise. Measure information is shown in the x-axis. So date field is mandatory for the line chart. And in the y-axis wise we give some measure. So here this first chart is sum of sales and profits, both information. Means here we are using two measures and one date field here. So as we are showing both sales and profits, so we got two lines here. So here we are showing category wise, year wise sales information. Total we have under this categorical variable, we have three variables are there. So it is showing three lines. So means here the number of variables required for the line chart is minimum two variables is mandatory and one must be the date field, and apart from that you can use one or more numerical variables or categorical variables. So next set of charts is line and stacked column chart, line and stacked column chart. Sorry, this is clustered chart, this is stacked chart. So here the main, observe here, so both chart contains two charts. One is here we have clustered charts, along with that we have the line chart also. So observe here, here we have the stacked chart, along with that we have the line chart also. So these are the combination charts, these two are the combination charts. So you can use two charts here. When we use this type of the charts is, when you want to display the some category wise measures information, along with that we want to show the trend over the time also, then the best choice is these two charts. So the first one is sum of the sales and profits by the month and the category. So means here we used four variables. So here also we used the four variables. So if you want to draw complex charts and complex patterns we want to display, then the best choice is these two charts. So next type of the chart is area chart, which is similar like a line chart. So difference is here under the line the area is shaded by the some color. Apart from that the remaining thing is same. Why the better use of this chart is, if you have the shaded area then it's easy to understand. Here also same like the line chart, we have to draw the chart for the two variables. One variable is date field is mandatory here also. So along the x-axis we are showing the year, along the y-axis we are showing some measure. So same like the bar chart and the column chart, here also area chart contains three types: basic area chart, stacked area chart and the 100% stacked area chart. So this is the simple area chart where it is between year and the sales, and this year is 4 years we have here. So what are the sales done by 2022, 23, 24, 25 displaying along with the labels. So we call these as the labels. Remember, it's mandatory to show the labels when you draw the charts, because without labels there is no use of drawing the charts. We can't understand anything. So with labels it's very easy to understand. Anyone without the knowledge also they will easily understand if you show the labels here. And stacked area chart is same like here we require three variables. So one date field, one along the y-axis numerical variable, and one more categorical variable we have to use to get the different layers. So here we use the category variable which contains three categories: furniture, office supplies and technology, and these three categories have the three different layers. So 100% stacked area chart is similar like the previous one, stacked area chart. Previous, it displays only the sales values. Here we are displaying in terms of percentage. So again, like the previous one, here the total, if you observe, count the sum of this, all the percentage is equal to the 100%. So that's why called it as a 100% stacked area chart. So next chart is scatter chart and the pie chart. When we use the scatter chart is, so scatter chart is generally used to compare between the two numerical variables. Observe here, this chart is between the sales and the profits. So sales and profit both are the numerical variables. So two variables required to draw the scatter plot, both must be the numerical variables. So what the chart gives us is, that gives us the relation between the two numerical variables. Means, for example, if sales are increasing, then profits are also increasing or not. So that type of information is given by the scatter plot. So generally this relation is shown by the different terms. If one increasing, other one is increasing, then we say that it is a positive relation. If one increasing, another decreasing, then we call it as a negative relation. If one increasing, a second one is not changing, then we say that there is no relation between the two variables. So when this type of analysis is useful is, generally if one increasing, another increasing, that trend is used for the data analysis purpose and the business purpose. Along with that, the scatter plot also tells us clusters information and the outliers information also. So clusters means a group of points which have the similar properties, we call that as a cluster. For example, in this diagram, if you have a dots like this. So meaning is that all these dots have the similar properties and all these points have the similar properties. So observe means, that means suppose sales in this range have the profits in this range. So we call them as the highest sales one. Suppose if you observe here, these are the moderate sales. So whatever the dots here, you have the low sales, because along the x-axis we are showing the sales information from 0 to 0.5 million. So increasing means these are the highest sales cluster, these are the lowest scales, and these are the moderate scales clusters. Along with that, scatter plot is also used to identify the outliers. Outliers are the points which are very far from the remaining values. For example, if you take this sales present in the California, so this dot is, and this one also, New York also, these two dots are very far from the remaining dots. Meaning is that these called as a outliers. So scatter plot is also used to identify the outliers present in the data. And next type of the chart is pie chart. So pie chart is a circular type of the charts. The properties and the behavior is similar like a bar chart. The number of variables required and the number of data types required, the similar like a bar chart, but only the structure is different. Bar chart we have the bars, here we have the circular type. So pie chart is whole divided into the some slices, and each slice has some angle. So and the number of variables required for the pie chart is, you can draw for one variable, two variable, or more than two variable also. So if you draw for one variable, that must be a categorical variable. If you draw for two variable, one categorical variable, second one must be a numerical variable. So one new categorical variables means, for example, if you are drawing pie chart for some category variable, suppose it has 3 categories in the data, then each slice gives you the count. So how many times, for example, in our example, our category variable contains 3 types, furniture, technology, all those things, and each one repeated how many times, that is shown here in the each slice. So if you are using 2 variables, then how to draw the pie chart is, here each slice tells us some different category, and the angle gives us the total aggregated value of the numerical variable. So more than 2 also we can draw the pie chart, then you will get the multiple pie charts at a time if you use the more than 2 variables. So means pie chart, bar chart, similar properties, and the number of variables, type of the variables also same. And you can draw the pie chart for 1, 2 or more than 2 variables. So next type of charts is tree maps and the funnel maps. So tree maps are, when we use the tree maps is, tree maps as a special property. So that is, tree maps are used to show the hierarchical relationship between the variables. So for example, in any data sets, few variables follow the hierarchy. For example, if you take date fields, so date fields follow some hierarchy. So the order is, first you have the year, next quarters, so next you have the month, so next you have the week, next is day. So this is the hierarchy generally followed by the date fields. So if you want to show some sales wise, year wise, quarter wise, month wise, week wise, day wise, so hierarchy wise information, then the best chart is the tree map. So this is the only chart which shows the hierarchical wise relationship. For example, this tree map shows us the category wise, subcategory wise sales information. So here category, subcategory also follow the hierarchy because subcategory is part of the category. So that's why here tree map is between category wise, subcategory wise sales. So first, this tree map is in a rectangular form. So each rectangle is first divided into the category wise. First we have 3 categories. So first the rectangle is divided into the 3 parts. Again, each part is divided into the different subcategories present in that data. For example, here we have different subcategories. Again, they divided and so on. Observe here, all the rectangles are not in the same size. So the size of the rectangle is dependent on the aggregated value of the sales numerical variable. If the size is big, meaning is that more sales are there in that particular category and the subcategory. Suppose observe here, this rectangle is very small. So meaning that here under this category, subcategory, here the sales are very less. So size of the box gives us the information here. And the number of variables required for the tree map is 2, more than 2 categorical variables and 1 numerical variables. So next type of the chart is funnel chart. So funnel chart is generally used to show the decreasing order of the different stages along some measure. For example, this is the funnel chart between the subcategory wise sales. This chart always gives us in the decreasing manner only. So how the subcategory wise sales are there in the decreasing manner. Suppose if you have a question that which subcategory has the highest sales, which subcategory has the least scale. So using the funnel chart, easily you can tell what are the bar we have above as the highest sales, what are the bar we have here is the least sales. So the question also very important. What type of analysis you want to do, what type of questions you want to answer, that is also very important when you are choosing the right chart. So next charts are cards and the matrices. So cards are the visual elements generally present, we place it at the top of any dashboard. So this gives us the overall summary of the data. That means, for example, if you want to display what are the total sales, total profits, what are the maximum sales present in the data, or minimum sales, maximum profit, minimum profit. So to display the overall aggregated values, we use the cards. So cards gives us the KPI, key performance indicators, means it gives us the total overall values. So this is the simple card, this is the multiple card where we are displaying the different types of the measures, total measures. So this just simply displaying only the sum of profits, but here we are displaying the sum of sales, profits, discount and quantity, all 4 in the same card. Next element is the matrix. Matrix and table are two table-like charts in the Power BI. So both are in a table manner only. Both contains the rows and the columns. But the beauty with the matrix is here we have the expansion and the collapse power here. Observe here we have the plus. So this is the matrix between category-wise, region-wise sales information. Here we have the box here under the category. If you click on this plus symbol, then it will expand. What are the different furniture categories we have in that you can expand here. If you want, you can collapse this also. So we have that extra power, expand and collapse power in the matrix, so you can easily display the measures information in a different manner. If you want to show in detail, expand. If you want to show the overall, then just collapse that view. Next is ribbon chart and the donut charts. So the specialty with the ribbon chart is here ribbon chart gives us the rank wise information. It gives us the rank. So for example here this is the category wise sales information along the dates. So here observe here in this technology, this ribbon whatever we have here, this is of rank 1. So each ribbon gives us one date. So in that particular date, we have the more sales are there in this technology category. So this is the one rank. So but in the same date, when it comes to the category office suppliers, then it moved to the second rank. Here it is one rank. If you observe here, when it comes to the same date, but in the furniture category, it moved to the 5th rank. So here it's not showing the rank. If you move the mouse over here in this chart, then it displays the rank also. Donut chart is another type of the pie chart. It's similar like a pie chart, but you have a hole in the center. So the use of the hole in the center is you can display some extra information. Suppose here it displays a total sum of sales. So easily using this donut chart, you can see the category wise sales and the overall sales also. You can show it in the same chart. So next type of the chart is waterfall chart. Waterfall chart is mainly used to show the increasing or decreasing values until it reaches to the final stage. So here along with the increasing decreasing values, it also displays the total values also. So that is the beauty with the waterfall chart. So if we have the increasing values, then we are showing that with the green color. If we have the decreasing values, negative values, then we are showing that by the red color. So these blue ones are the total sales, so total profits. So next is guard chart and KPI. Both are used to compare the actual values with the target values. So whether the actual value is met with the target value or not, whether they reached or not, that type of analysis can be done using the guard chart. This is the guard chart and this is the KPIs. Here we have the starting value and maximum value we have in that. So this is the actual values. So this is the target value. Sometimes in the business we kept the targets and we check whether we reached the target or not. So how we show that is using the guard chart. So if you have this arc here reached to this red line, meaning is that reached to the red line, or if it is beyond the red line, meaning is that target is reached. Otherwise target is not reached. Same like that, KPI also similar like to show whether we reach it to the target or not. So along with that we give the trend analysis also over at the background. Observe here in this both we have some background area chart is there that gives us the information along the trend over the time. Here green color means target is reached, red color means target is not reached. So three elements we have in the KPI: indicator, target, goal and the trend. Trend means background, whatever we have that is the trend, and goal, what is the target we are displaying here. So plus means we reached how much percentage target we reached, that is displaying here. If minus means we are not reached to the target. So next very important visuals in the Power BI is maps, geographical maps. So very important for the data analysis. So generally in data analysis, we want to see whether the sales are there along the country wise or state wise or pin code wise. So that type of analysis required the geographical maps. Two types of maps present in the Power BI. One is symbol maps, second one is the field maps. Symbol maps means here you have the circular symbols are there. Field maps means each area is filled by the some color. So here how to differentiate both is, so if the size of the symbol is big means there are more sales are there in that particular state. If size of the bubble is small, then there are less sales are there in that. So here again field maps is filled by some color. So how to tell the measure value is, if the intensity of the color is light, meaning is that less sales are there. If intensity of the color is dark means more sales are there. So means geographical analysis is done by these visuals. So those are the different charts available in the Power BI. So what chart is used for what type of analysis is very crucial. So generally data analysis is done using these three types: univariate, bivariate and multivariate analysis. So univariate means analyzing only the single variable. So bivariate means analyzing the two variables, means finding the relation between the two variables, and multivariate means analyzing between more than two variables. So one variables means how the values are present in that variable and how they are behaving. So what is the distribution, what is the mean value, what is the sum value, that type of analysis done in the univariate analysis. So generally type of charts used for the univariate is bar chart we can draw using one variable, column chart, pie chart, cards and KPIs are the charts used for the univariate analysis. And bivariate means two variables required. So generally gives us the relation. If one is increasing, another is increasing or not. If for each one, how the values, other values are increasing or decreasing, that type of relation is done by the bivariate analysis. So these are the different charts. Line chart also, area chart are used for the bivariate because both require minimum two variables. And more than three variables, multivariate means same like line chart we can draw with three variables, area chart also, and matrix, maps and tables, mainly tables, matrix are also used for the multivariate analysis. So conclusion is, it's very important when you are choosing the charts. So one is, the main things you have to remember here is, so what type of analysis you are doing, that affects the type of the charts you are choosing. Another one is, what are the audience they are using these charts, that is also very important. Suppose the audience are laymen, they don't know anything, then the better thing is use the simple charts. If the dashboards are used by some experts, if they want the in-depth complex analysis, then use the complex charts. Complex charts means the charts which we can draw with more than 3 variables, 4 variables, and gives more in-depth patterns and the information. And analysis, type of the analysis also it depends, and what type of variables you are using and the data type, whether it is numerical, categorical or date field or it is geographical fields, that also important when you are selecting the charts. So this is all about. So thank you for giving me this opportunity.